Let's look at some numbers. Latinos occupy 4% of executive positions, according to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Numbers are similar for Black Americans. Board rep, 2.7% of Fortune 1000 directors are Latino. 75% of companies have no Latino directors. Job postings in diversity and inclusion roles up 245% compared to a 22% rise in U.S. job openings overall. For more, let's bring in Oscar Munoz, Executive Chair, former CEO of United Airlines. Sandra Campos is CEO of e-commerce platform Project Verte and former CEO of luxury retailer Diane von Furstenberg. And R. Martin Chavez, Senior Director at Goldman Sachs, where he held several roles, including CFO. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. It's great to see you.
Pleasure to be here.
Oscar, let me begin with you. Do you see 2020 as a catalyst year, as a stair-step year when it comes to inclusion?
Well, Carl, first of all, it's good to see you at night. I didn't know you guys actually come out in the evening. I'm sorry, your question was about 2020 and is it a step function year with regards to diversity? No, it won't be. It's because we've had a lot of different issues. Clearly, the press has been dominated by the issues, the George Floyd issues and the resultant issues, rightly so. I think the African-American community has been hit hard for a really long time, and it was right to do that. But I think overall, I think we'll see hopefully an improvement with regards to African-American representation. But I think tonight's conversation is a little bit about the awareness, knowledge, and more importantly, the value of having people from a cohort that's growing, that's big, that's loyal, that can actually benefit a lot of the company and the growth associated.
Sandra, do you agree? And to Oscar's point, are there so many other issues that corporate America is being asked to address that it's difficult to get large increases in employment or inclusion, at least in the near term?
Well, it's definitely a topic that is on the rise, and it's a constant conversation. I think there are a lot of issues that we have right now, pandemic, along with just all the different issues that we have around diversity. But it is something that we have to do. I agree with everything that's been said so far this evening. It is about building our community and really supporting that community all the way from the beginning of a career to the end of the career. So it's upon us now to be able to do that.
And Martin, you're a data guy. That's kind of what you made your name doing in so many different ways. When you look at the numbers here in the workforce, the appearance of a gap, wealth gap, position gap, is there an opportunity gap? And if so, what's to be done about it?
Well, I wish there was a single magic bullet solution. Sure enough, there is a gap. If you look at basically any company or any sector, when you start up at the entry-level positions, they tend to reflect the demographics of the region in which they operate. And then as you get more and more senior, the numbers slide down to 4% and below, especially once you get to the C-suite. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things to be done. And unfortunately, it requires sustained attention, structures, and practices, things that you do every single day. There is no one thing to do.
And Sandra, I wonder if the steps that are being taken more and more now, which look like quotas, which used to be a dirty word, is that going to get us to a better solution? Or is that going to be counterproductive? Is this a case where, boy, all the other things, the incentives that were supposed to work haven't worked, and so it's now time to go to that? Or are there other solutions that you see?
Well, I think it's a combination. I think there's definitely going to be the quota and, again, top of the conversation that companies and corporate executives are going to be forced to look at. But it's a constant conversation now about what do we do and how do we take that upon ourselves to build our community, support that community, to be able to make sure that we're offsetting whatever is not happening on the corporate level, that we are supporting entrepreneurs, that we're creating opportunities, that we're creating this network that we can help support younger generations. And all of us here on this call today have the opportunity to do that. So I think it's going to be a combination of efforts on all sides, and to the point earlier of making sure that it's sustainable, that we're consistently having this conversation, that we are using our voice, using our platform to be able to showcase what we have, what we can do, and to be able to share.
Oscar, there have been some CEOs this year who've gotten in hot water for privately saying that there was not enough talent among a certain demographic. On the other hand, I've heard from other executives who've said, look, I've told my HR department I want half of the applicants to be members of diverse communities. How much can you reasonably lean on an HR department to help you lead this effort?
I think at least the way I approach this is sustainability is a very big thing for me. Whatever we engage in has to endure past a certain time. Forcing people to do things just never matters. The Latino cohort is one that, again, is very loyal. You know what? No one's asking anyone to give me or us anything. We want to earn it. And the way to earn it is to honestly talk about things like bias, cultural, language, race. It happens. Allowing your own population, your own employees to have meaningful conversations about what it really means to be an underrepresented class in an environment, and have people, have allies and close. We've been doing this at United over the last few months, and it's amazing the things that come out of it, because you really get a really heartfelt emotion from the people that are actually impacted by that. So this bias, this lip service, all these things we've had for a long period of time, we have to get real about all of this stuff. And I think we've made a little bit of change with regards to African Americans. And I think this is a coming wave with regards to Latinos. But importantly, we have to really, really take some serious action and focus on this.